Hey, singers! I'm just whipping up a little dish here because I'm sure you've noticed singing is like cooking, right? You gotta have good ingredients and then you gotta mix them together just right. So let's fire it up for part 2 of Find Your Mix Voice. If you joined us for part 1, you remember we explored steps 1 through 3, vocal fold length, strength, and breath pressure. Today we're looking at the larynx, nasal resonance, embouchure, and finally,
the secret ingredient.
So let's pick up right where we left off with step 4, larynx position. As we've seen many times in the past, even all the way back in episode 4. And this is a very controversial topic. So today's episode is going to be called Larynx and Style. So many memories. Your larynx position is primarily a style changer. In other words, I can't sing, "I wish I could mean this, but here's my goodbye." No! I've got to sing, "I wish I could mean this, but here's my goodbye." Yes! In the same way, I can't sing, "All I seek the heaven above." I need to sing, "All I seek the heaven above, and the larynx below me." It's pretty easy to see that the larynx is essential for style. But what about the mix? Well, truthfully, you can develop a good mix in any of the larynx positions, but having larynx control is one of the best ways to make sure that you do. If you're stuck in one larynx position, you'll be limited. But if you can sing the same notes with many different larynxes, your mix will take off. You want to try it out? I thought so. It's something like this. Gee 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 gee. High, low, medium. And once again, the idea here is you learn to move through the extremes to achieve balance. First we go for our high larynx position, then our low, and then somewhere in between. We're going to have guys down here and ladies up here. And here we go. Gee 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 gee. That's it. Good stuff. High, low, neutral. Gee 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 gee. You did it. Nice larynx. Good control. Gee 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 gee. Right on. And coming down. Gee 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 gee. That's right. 2 more. And last one. Gee 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 gee. Awesome work. Let's move to step 5. Nasal resonance is another game-changing element for finding your mix. In fact, I might venture to say that it's the most important element. What is nasal resonance? Well, go back to episode 60 of Voice Lessons to the World or episode 18 of Quick Singing Tips for a full treatment. But in short, nasal resonance is when we let the soft palate relax and drop down a bit. Now, not all the way down, of course, but just a little bit. This creates that hummy variety of resonance. It's great for semi-occluding that old vocal tract, for adding some flexibility to the voice, and for shedding the vocal weight. Now, please don't confuse nasal resonance for bright or twangy sounds. Those are different. I don't want my voice to be twangy, 'cause I don't think you'd like how that sounds. But when everything's made to be resonant, I just want you to know how that works. Adding some of that nasal resonance makes higher notes so much easier to sing, yet without sacrificing some of the power we want our voices to have. Let's go ahead and give it some practice with a little vocal exercise. Sounds like this. Ngong, 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 ngong. As you do this, allow the sound to really be absorbed into the nasal. Lean into the NGs and this will happen. Guys and ladies in the same octave, and here we go. Ngong, 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 ngong. Very good. Using the NG. Good stuff. That's how to do it. Ngong, 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 ngong. Yes. Keep up the good work. And let's come down. Good for you. Ngong, 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 ngong. Right. Keep using that NG. And a few more. That's right. And here comes the last. Ngong, 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 ngong. Very nicely done. Let's move to step 6, embouchure. Embouchure is a fancy way to describe how you shape your mouth to sing. For a full treatment, check out episode 91. But basically, as we move our mouth, it affects our sound. As we move it towards this shape, it tends to encourage more power and more brightness in the voice. And as we move it towards this shape, it tends to encourage more flexibility and a darker quality. And of course, the middle is the middle. Try it in your speaking voice. Say, "Do you like my face?" Now say, "Do you like my face?" And now say, "Do you like my face?" Notice those crazy differences just based on your mouth position. And yes, I like your face. Let's go ahead and work on these skills in your mixed voice with this Trey Cool vowel series exercise. Sounds like this. Ooh, ah, yeah. The idea here is that we're moving through a variety of vowels. The oo is our puckeriest vowel. The I is quite open and bright. And the right down the middle. Once again, you're noticing a trend. We're giving you the chance to explore the extremes and then arrive at something right down the center. Ready to go? Guys are going to be down here. And ladies up here. Let's do this. Ooh, ah, yeah. Great. That's it. Moving through those vowels. Ooh, ah, yeah. Right. Yes. and highest. Ooh, ah, yeah. Right. Keep it up. And 2 more. And here comes the last. Ooh, ah, yeah. Really wonderful stuff. All right, last step, as promised.
This is the secret ingredient.
Soul control. Maybe the most overlooked part of the mixed voice is soul control. Soul control? What's that, Justin? Well, think of this. Singing is intimately connected with the deepest parts of ourselves, right? And as God-beloved human beings, we go to extremes, don't we? I know I do. Many times it's either all or nothing. I gotta have everything, man, or I don't want it. I want it all! But if we take a step back and we look deep down, we start to learn that life is the mixed voice. It's all about balance. About not overdoing things, working too hard, stressing too much, laboring, struggling under the law. On the other hand, we can't just kick back and wait for life to happen to us. We got to live with grace and joy and passion and purpose. Ever notice that when your voice takes a step forward, your inner journey thrives? And also, when you make improvements to who you are as a person, your voice comes along with you. If you've started to see that, then you really get it. The secret ingredient. But either way, this is actually something we can practice, believe it or not, with a little soul control exercise. You ready for it? Here we go. First, ask yourself a simple question. Where in my life am I overdoing things, hanging on too tight, unwilling to trust and let go? I'm going to do it too. Okay, got it in your mind? All right, then say it with me now. I let it go. Whew, yes, feels good, feels good. Now, ask yourself this. Where in my life do I need to kick things up a notch? Make the phone call. Take the risk. Put myself out there. Let's think for a second. I'm going to do it too. You have it? All right, then say it with me now. I've totally got this. I've totally got this. Yes, you totally do. Never sweat step 7, because if you do step 7, you're not just finding the mix, you're living the mix. So, nay and all, if your mix ever feels lost, then go back through these 7 steps and I trust you'll be pointed back home. At the end of this video, I'll leave you with your vocal benediction. But first, here are even more things that I hope will point you home.
Sing Like Never Before is the new book by Justin Stoney. Get ready for a singing book that is truly like no other. For more information, visit singlikeneverbefore.com. For voice lessons or Skype lessons with the NYVC staff, visit us at newyorkvocalcoaching.com. If you'd like a vocal course that you can do at home, check out the Voice Lessons to the World vocal course. This 12-part program takes you on a singing journey from beginner to master-level vocal exercises. You can find it at voicelessonstotheworld.com. Or if you'd like free vocal tips sent to you each day, sign up at dailyvocaltips.com. And now, here's Justin with this week's vocal benediction.
As your vocal journey continues, I wish for you a spirit of play, creativity, and joy. Don't be afraid to get in there and get your hands dirty. Experiment with as many different recipes as you possibly can with your voice. If you do, then there's no telling what good things you'll cook up. Oh yeah!